is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
I was a mamma now Kaba, Boadu TV son. Na Ansah Bobie Kwabnansa. O se Hannah Bissiw ade no ye no nya hwe onye bone bia wo. Hannah Bissiw onam bush na wo che galamsey wo che China fo no. Onye bone bia ne kwan so an. Onko so no mbo eduma wata na chi. Samum yo. Wa fire dia fa NDC youth ne executives ne NDC titafo bi enuma bi omoye. Obetine esi school feeding ni amakokon aduane ho wa obetine makokon aduane ho wa na mo se japade na mo hwie nuane gu na nkwada e komo de omo na ye hwie de na gu fam na nkwala di obi ansa na squad list wo no mama fire da fa ho pa afi NDC fo bi ahomaso ba omumu no ma sha si didi discount kete no se mo hu de omo ye MPP for ko discount na MPP for ba da chi bia omo che wa anya de ono obekọ ho on kan kire NDC mbebunu bia se ondi wachi enko ho yoku se hefa no mo do bekọ no enti wo ye adwuma na yem na ye ne wan ko wieska ko wieska na mo bechi de a ene ono nsi ho listo no nyina ka so nya do mbesi ho enti wo ye adwuma na yem na ye tena Hannah Bissiw yi ni ma wo yi ne ekwe.
You see, one share some no critically. You may be forced to believe that Hannah Bissiw is going wayward. She's not going wayward. She is not going wayward. The mandate to fight galamsey, we all have a responsibility to fight galamsey. And I've been saying this. Me my share videos are local boys to fight a galamsey for those videos no be before NDC ever win election. I was with Kofi Boadu near the home come and I was telling him what they should do. I wish the government would lace up with the community people. That's all. The government should lace up with the community people and you are good to go. You are good to go. Now the community people, they so fighting them no adding. You understand? When Oman for the look, mo future, monana no future, and no more say no, and Crawford sorry. And you see Hannah Bissiw akwasheche. The videos are funny though. For that one, I agree because Bakuna no onim Hannah Bissiw we madam for a long time. I know her way back. I started Hannah Bissiw on radio, so I know her very well. And when it comes to those things, Hannah Bissiw is very passionate about those things. She still has this adrenaline. The revolutionary adrenaline is still burning in her. And you must understand her from that angle. Beyond that, a mandate to fight galamsey. So when you tell me or ask a question, let's assume say she's not part of the government. Let's assume that she has nothing to do with a galamsey fight. But as an individual, as a citizen, to fight galamsey. And he said, our logistics bakum yenubi no so ono de on fan tra and crying. Ono de on koye slay queen sem. Ono on fan ko tra Kempinski, on fan Land Cruiser, en ko tra Kempinski. Or the Land Cruiser no obetofu agumu di ananti ewura mu aboa ya. Why not? Why not? E dey na money abone. Yeah, ni akwam ya FIFA. Wango bush as an individual, no ambush. And Hannah Bissiw and ambush. I mean, what is wrong? Yeah, ni akwam ya FIFA. But yes, or your citizen. Are they want me nanti kwayemu mu aban manenko galamsey. Obati me. Apia kubi. Yeah, nua apia kubi ana o kes be nefe. Omo nya no mo nkonanti wurem. So omo ko galamsey. Hannah Bissiw grade so nkuratu. Ko apia kubi ni kwa me frifa. Na Hannah Bissiw nkwa ko bia. Yes there be yanti ase adaya. Adenti na say Hannah Bissiw na adwuma. Ye nyina ya adwuma. Bobia metie nam say even see etua me ka boso me and I will spend it on fighting galamsey. Yes, on my nani baje. So those who are in government and they are angry with Hannah Bissiw, and you know me, Hannah Bissiw know me very well that if it's wrong, I'll tell her that is wrong. Because what him say me means wrong. But if you are in government and you want to criticize Hannah Bissiw, I mean, criticize her fairly. Say, onion tan and yase. Because omo edi ja omo no mutimi ye yanko ba be se onion tan and yase. You can do it. That is what, and look, Hannah Bissiw call no, what me ama omo as I identify another locations kura na bia na nka ban nim say bibi say ikoso ha. Na dey Hannah Bissiw ka say forest no namu no onim nyansa say risky. Ufi so onim. But hey, that is her passion. Her passion is to help solve a problem. And we must encourage such women. We must encourage such citizens, individuals. We must encourage them. Ba kuna na onantiri de fete so ka kire China buti ba ko say kwaso ya upesu anom wa say Yesu say upesu papa anom and Rabbi Sri the ho be Saturday madam video de send me first one no na mo say manyavre no bia botto to say so mo Charlie, can watch your thing. I think you have 40 minutes. Charlie, can you watch your thing? I see more. Now, you know, Obas ready, but trust me, on a more serious note, yet a chroma. Na ayame ya. Na kwa me so hu sa video no party. On say etiwa wahu. Me can say point there be point to stand me can say wahu. Etiwa MPP emabunu. I think 2021 more. One more press conference say Katie Jamfua MPP National Women Organizer and TSC Etiwa Forest and Otumudi. Katie Jamfua MPP for the Bekache say Obabesia o to galamsey anajo. What fast also fa your friend say pickers no they are ton ko ho one e krono. Na say NDC the more National Women Organizer and she's not interested. Say obeboa bonefo amom tu asasene mu. Name no, she's interested to fight it. What's the derby? Nyanya juma opede e ho. Nyanya juma opede e ho. Into one tra office nkwa not in cry, not to office. Na onya hwe. Ye kroma kwame ye mpempuntu o. Derby hu yesa no ye mpempuntu. Hwe na see $1 bar from na mu se Ghana for ebinum ye wicked. Me onipa da se ni timi hia me ka kire me say $1 ya ba for me de anya kura. Sa nipa no 2024 or to abetia MPP because of the dollar. Ni anyina ni abre dollar no so ye dede ni bi. Eba from no was jo mama nya de kra. And I say ade se chale ko bo business na nya $1,000 a bim. He said yeah only ade ba ne de onya ade ni mu na enko kakra. nam who said Ghana now your mindset no yet. Hannah Bissiw what office or day? And when she feels like no, and your office in Kwane I can do something extra to help. Let's encourage her. And this is the idea try ye. Your national man organizer one on galamsey. And this also bad not to cry free aqua santiman pon the aquantia galamsey. I will support her any day, any time. Yano dear Katie Jamfua. A member continue wafa so anajo. What me the can see the mama so bobo siketi Jamfua mama so babesia. No I share jeans I share warranty. Wait, I'm going here. At what MPPU for and I catch rain. Come in him say go to galamsey. Katie Jamfua galamsey. And Hannah Bissiw nkoyebi. Brako jomafo. Enyi unuabama. Why? Enyi ni ma. Se wankoka or abonefo no amoma ntu galamsey ti se de Katie Jamfua ayeye. No so our resources ketua bia obetimi di aboa. Why not? Why not? Why not? Yambona baso. Yeah, encouraging no. Yambona baso. Unless there be any pano ye. But look, in this life, deal with issues on a fair level. These are. I wish so make me a boy any nyasa you know. Because obi anim ho asem. Almost say Ashimo Singapore ni bi akọ report to Ashimo. Na wasiu no. Wasiu no. Odi amami nya ho asem ka. Mami nya ho asem ka. Na almost new directives. E dey directives ah. Say see aneba. And I'm saying see aneba. Protocol. No matter so. Protocol until why you for the protocol no ko. They ain't for the protocol no ko. Protocol from national and a presidency ka hon. In the protocol no ti baby. Protocol no 10% for an individual and answer say. Protocol in the protocol no way. Protocol no way. Of whatever. In the protocol no way. Or the Montreal baby a protocol was is here. Near go protocol. Near Musa protocol. No, sir, in the protocol no origin. Oh, Charlie. Papa Kwabe, Yanya, enyo. Media onipa de nsa mienu didi enyo. Onipa udidi amanu ani bi na otimu odene. Udi kakra. Na onu aso adi kakra. Ubonsa asumdua ba. Udi wasese ni nyina na ada so. Na men kan se na men kom ba bi. Ashimo. Omusi ashimo. Ena Singapore ni bia yakosi na asede ene ayi ofosun kansa no ani tikiti se adwe no ofosun kansa no ofosun na ofosun kansa no anu me ma decide se mi mfi no sa akwa no ma decide se mi mfi no oni na mo Jano. But Ashimo, obviously Ashimo da and a dede ne mfa nkosia kwame ba senso video no da be waste me time o de me adwuma me de beye yeti kroma ama broni abaya press conference aya senso boache asenso boache adupi no ask am no $20,000 yan kran ko jibi aka ho na jafo ye ward yeti kroma oh me a small issue, no, I don't know what is it. He's my friend. I'm here to call him and find out. So I can't say much. But say yeah, Ghana send a Musa MPP ni bekebia. Eya na makuma eya me ya. Yeah, can't send more Ghana na say MPP ni ba bekebia condemn a. Na ya obusa say o be condemn nyansa sembe na wutrim. Ya be condemn me bibi. The way you. All right, so let me deal with this issue. Namenfa and sorry. Almost say, Pacho, Ubenya, Alhaji Osman, any TV picture, NC. Former Deputy Coordinator, Alhaji Osman. Now the Kwamnadu. Okay, fra kwamna adu ene Alhaji Osman to mame ene MPP for catch le say adenti ena Attorney General ebie national security files ewo court na a threat to our national security as a state. Ene MPP for mutrimu ya mudo ay trimu de pani trimu de chese omo dape what dape Sorry, I say Bobby talk about the La Hospital. Oh, Honorable Kando, the last time I spoke to him about the La Hospital, no, Omo NDC aban be ko ho nansan ya ombesi asiwo say akotwifo akromfo no akufo ado kromfo no obugu ya no waja oko na enano ente say akufo ado wanya no ede kasa am say akwa de jimi de wo no wa jimi kura che wa ankasa akufo ado kwasi asema wodi no Ghana nke so wo hyedem saa so ko hiu tam so de wo akola bi be hwe asumpe ansa na wo afiri wiase wo akufo ado jimi no wo di bone saa fie nwotwe obi anka hwe wo ko fie a wo nkotra se tra ho nye wa home no be a hospital no bu hospital nagu ye no yam ye ni anye de anye de da enke no nka mo fa asase na ton come on for assassinato. Me pam so answer no more pictures me go no. Am say two issues bi aba. David Apol ka say Vaco runabout to Harbour Road no terrible. Yes, it's true. But now say me te so mo ye kwame anameboa. So what happened? Because me te so mo ye am say me hu say omutwitwa pictures bi kura begu social media say aban papa aba. Ananomboa. And I think say a man for so complaining or Pokuase Amasama Road no pa. So you best say road minister. You best say road minister. Please. Yenim enya mu mistake and you are just in government for 6 months ni. So enya say the pressure tomoso. But at least on say one of the highways and Crofo use pa. Yeah, but my who's and complaining, and you see these kind of things, prompt response, very, very key. You see, governance is about communication. Communicate with the people. Governance is about communication. When you communicate with the people, so those social media handlers, Edema Road Minister, no, these things more picky feed. When you pick the feed, you give it to the minister. At least obey me issue statement to be about it. Now ma obi akoma atonium for the past 1 or 2 weeks, me was on on social media complaining, Pokuase, Sawam Road, and yanka say you be our fault. No, yanka say you be our fault. Sabi, and yet, Honorable Boja road minister, right? So yes, Honorable Boja by no then to so. I mean, the situation was bad, and now it has worsened. So you don't ignore the people when they are complaining. The moment, so which means the ministers, some social media handlers, need proactive. They need to be smart, sharp. You understand? I mean, Yankasa, and I Obidiaba said, Temahodi and India. So I don't know. I don't know why. Sound. Oh, Charlie. Prince Kujo was a commander from Pombaria to Michelle Camp Junction or Nyakra. Yeah. I see. Gomwanya Nyano. Very horrible. I see. Anyway. But in Americano, there are some major ones. You need to. Mami Jeffo says Sunyani Techman Road. Where Ganya Kakota landing. Yeah, can't say man Uber Jina say Sunyani Techman Road. Bra Nanya. Okay, so this is Alhaji Osman and Kwabna Edu Buahan. MPP attaching a cat today or Ghana has say. Alhaji Osman na oye Deputy National Security Coordinator. Right? Yes, say why they what's wrong a year letter because national security was supposed to buy a gadget. A year bebwa a bino. I'm wanting to monitor abone for calls, any other or that. So they were buying it from an Israeli company. And national security was supposed to buy, but because that time they don't have money, it was around $8 million or something. So almost say Alhaji Osman and a straw letter at the command NC that they should buy the thing on their behalf. Because NCA 2 or one HSR and the so telecommunication stuff. Okay. Almost say Israeli company no. Sika free NCA bear $4 million no. A call a year Alhaji Osman account mu. And on you $1 million the tia Israeli company nika. $3 million no and almost a chair. That was the charges Yomu raising against them. So it has to do with benefiting from government business, money laundering, and all that. Obian Kashe. He was jailed for 5 years. Obi ankashwe. Edru MPP kwabre du boayeswa. Meanwhile, Alhaji Osman on our national security. Modini Kwajina court. You brought national security files. You brought witnesses from national security to witness against him. Edru kwabre du boayeswa. MPP for catch there say. If the NDC goes ahead to prosecute this young man and then Nigeria, I'm saying the beba. Boko Haram for beba Ghana. Maduguri, Boko Haram on beba Ghana. Ada ya prosecute you be of national security. And the last time Atachia was on radio complaining stupidly. Atachia mekasa Atachia Jimia Mosime Boa. Stupidly. Say Argentina and your Sadia. So omu biebie eye way files mu transactions awaye on behalf of national security. And your omu go biemu from 92. You are a fool. No, but who prosecute a deputy or no? A Osman the position our high chain a commander who prosecute no fire national security files against him no could be any files against him no. I don't know who Uncle Shasi free 92. I don't know Uncle Shasi free 92. Well, Chesa. Me endina kwame eya me ma radios no code of conduct they see that me because what you MPP ni wa woni any option than to tell say what Jimmy pa woni mi answer MPP ni ya kwase complete what Jimmy you or prosecute obi one only a deputy national security coordinator. On the same grounds, sir, there was a business between the NCA, National Security, a private company, and a benefitier. Muko far a documents at the core, and your friend say court. Edru boy in the answer say ayanin. I go fire a documents, and ya wade kwa was dabi. Ada ya say dabi. National Security say maybe musa. So maybe the could be free 92. How are I use Kenya Bepemne? No, so who knows us any anua? I don't know the word drew a large Osman, dear no so. Why, Yansa? Would and prefer went to a yana trebia not wa. Now you'll say, and Crofo post in Yibi, then one monk was a Mary as and say, and also do I have a bark of crane here. Would you want me a before papa there? You know, my Bissiw Gruma before Jansam. I said, me make a piano, bro. What you know I want to say? What you know I want to say? So now you can discuss those issues, but Ferdinand Tamaklo, what is the issue about Ferdinand Tamaklo? Almost say. How cry, Minia? Almost said now Tamaklo 1 or J 1 million Ghana cedis, 1.4 million Ghana cedis. Say, I'm going to program be war voter and other two regions be. I am say a workshop. Now, workshop no almost all the 1,500 and a prepared breakfast. Emma. Workshop for no voter region. So almost will be Bandiakano. Just virtually Sikano and Fanya de Aswadi. I said no. I said Ferdinand Tamaklo, I said no. Obia kwaji $45 million Ghana $45 million. So they kwa do fool. Where this can Your friend Nipanwa, was it Debbie? I don't know, friend Abusan said 45 million. I Juma saw the coin one you, one you. Which young people ni Argentina said nan tamaklu. Omo jelino in absentia. Was he what Jessica said or kwako ye ejuma. Wanye 1.5 million 1.4 something million Ghana cedis. Won't to me the year $45 million. $45 million. Now, Kwame, your friend say, oh, me na betra say, Bright Simons, for Bright Simons tweet be to her, mame, or tweet I think 2023, August 2023, time President pardon yet TV, and Osman Alaji Osman no. Or tweete adiebi Imani deputy boss Imani Ghana Bright Simons or tweete adiebi na yere ne yede twim adwene asi kwabena adu buahe asem no so and yes, and he's not doing anything out of the ordinary. So this is BB Simons, Bright Simons, Imani Ghana. And I quote, regular readers will recall me sharing info about government of Ghana signing a similar opaque deal with an Israeli spyware vendor, Ray Zone, that it jailed officials of the former government for. Well, the president has pardoned the mastermind of that deal. No more criminalization of opaque spyware deals. And yet, Kwabena Dubois deals, no. And I'm not right. Simon's air camp was 7. No. So now they knew. Kwamna Dubois no. Now they knew ahead. Omunim. But because Akufo-Addo ne na busuafo akwano bokro no anu omom bi di no. Omom gua bam no omu di bininti no. Yanko. Wait, as far as 2023 August. You know be so. We end this in natural way. And this is accusation with Babonting. And look, so what is the issue? Alhaji Osman was jailed because he was the masterminder of that deal. That's how far MPP went. Madam Wase, today, almost so among Tiasie. Ene. Almost no. Why? But let me ask Ghanaians. Kwame, say no. A dear pa na ba we are here. Say no. Political criminals, gangs, obiaya, say you ni kunu ne fire or ni yire ne fire. There. No, what is it? And you ni kunu ne fire or ni yire ne fire. You money in Tiasi, but yes, Ubanyamo, Ubanya Dubai in any and I give to one in the crew, and I had so then a year. Ubanya, to go, Fagudo, Nama Mingy. And now, a citizen at 2008, Listowell and Kabore will join me in the studio for the fireworks. And before Kasa, they are complaining. Brofubia about Moswo. I see that the future is pregnant. Now, I did Asoko. More future, that's okay. More pregnant. But say more general war. More body gala, more what fur through. I say no future no. or and nkola ne ba bro mo he was I pregnant. Future is na away. Some go fast abro for no free you. Some go for free you. The future is pregnant. Ghanaians are just waiting. But when you say Dubai, you know, you see, Yamesom. Ne yire ni preach channel. Oh yes. Ne yire no owo ayi Legon nyina no. Esa SU mpai no. Ona na lady. Oh yeah. I know her. No, onye oba basa. Krifepa. In fact, wanu na kire adubu ayi preaching. Oh yes. I know people who know her very well. But I mean bunifo. So please, I mean my hands they up. And yes, me bunifo. Right? So please, I beg you. And you do buy and then yere. Hannah and then yere. Gift in any kunu. Nansay ayibia bekromra. Ye you be minister. Hey, ya wonya nkete. Ye you be minister. Na yere age office wo akenten so. Ye you be CEO. As oba no so ye CEO. Why? What's wrong with you? Catch me. Me don't say mentias yo. Why? Mensa Thompson. What's why? Oh, come on, mentia. I Oslo. Mensa Thompson wife their son one day or no one chikra one day. So I know the Okopedia. Say you will be ama Nimian Sama. Oh, okay. Say you will be minister. Obaka said they are minister. And they want us to accord them sir respect to them or no minister no. Or person they no so no. Ye sa. Chale me sam kwasiasam no mintimi nyina no. Ye you will be CEO. Asa ne yire nso ye CEO. Enti obewura ne kunu no office wa ese workers ni nyina sorry gina ho hwe kwasiasam hwe CJ isu ni kunu hwe kwasiasam Nansay when cry na frame na me no aya na ye omo say me meka me de me ka kire me nkwa say minister we CEO we Samejan fi we me meka na nipa ndi ope bia no aye me say me kwabra me tiwe my madanu dwan furu dey na be but that subaino ye will be so a minister na aya na yire so ne ma say omo so ye minister sons and daughters enti omo ko omo papa officer said the kind of protocol the ma papa no oba ni pebi ni ma pebi mentiase masa monya ntem na me de me fan sorry se hu so bia yase wa abokro no pa na yire nka wana ne kuru ka ho yeah onipa da sane hu se wo opportunity e de first car odun dampam no wodi takra benu tunu sa de takra benum chiri kofa bro do wo da monsre mo ga sa me boa wa ko tu ayi takra kro takra se tie ni wo tutu ano de asinkutom na yo de na moto ado sa oh sorry I don't confess cano because what you am kro no ni bia won ti ase wa ware oba de man government position dai na wo business account mu no oba no discover How? Kwamna Dubai, Kokosha, no various bank accounts. Operate here, and one on your business. How? How? Cecilia da pani ni kunu. Hwe, kwa asma no mudi. Ya mo ba position. Woni ukunu. Mo sore na mo free efia. Be ma ne kona djuma. Oso ya mo abanya djuma. Kode koye. You have no business bringing your husband, bringing your wife into government business. Ya mo be minister. One ne yire eba a party functioner. Na opese ne yire no said the Encrofor ya no omonya ne yire no ese because one so appointee. Say ya na yomoji omo appointment letter no a wo hunu say appointment letter no eye menko amedi ne wom. Na Hannah the anyway. Hannah ne yire the buffer stock. Oh, come yesterday. Kabore, who are you? You one for Bibi Uncle, one for Bibi Uncle Mama. And says a man on the man in Yano, a Juma and Omedenam. Omo Pobi on Bawarana, Ombe Yusuno. And they are to our destination. And they say we are young politician in your appointment or bar Bema or price was papa a change child assassin. Half plot $400,000. O price was raw. They say Kokra phone crowd here, for Omunye. No Babesia, Wawari minister, or no Asha a yakoti drew. A friend saying, when you be me. Shintiane or Suisano, and Omade, you crama in a cajon. O crew free adwuma ba wa shoot no 3 shots o shoot ni we I shall say busa questions e contract ya ntu mo sign na bebem was ma mini document no card no mra e bradi nyankopon Jesus Christ of the living God of Jah. Hey, I didn't go no, because until recently near him say ema ane omukrunum ana ayi ekrunum no omoyerenom ana kabom ebuye ya hwe ye na se omo do omoma eka ho chese papa ne criminal ne yere ne criminal na enkola ebeka ho se enkola no so ye criminal yawu ya hwe ye na enkola so beka ho a samre obi ane ne kru ne yere na edi yawusa no ya hwe ye na se enkola no so ba beka ho se kum se ye ma so anya interest on bebo kro no a finish yawie menka sabio eno ano no mini akabore atrase akwaba onia
ya brofa
mama ni eye ankato akwaba
commander
boko de
ya yamunado
nya fasili o nya seria
commander eh ma enfenche ma yete funa ya hwefo pempe ya was no production team edwuma pa mo ye mama Ghana
ankato de me man chi obi dia sa de no
asamarike ma mu de na wonwa abado ba onye ndasem
sa
onye ndasem na nkofu yesuma you see first no na nkofu use what girlfriends pa na what dey but because of what some girls have done to some people since they resorted to fear
any obano ebu mi kura no scan be kafi because me ne wo ma
exactly
be ma ne bu mi kura scan be kafi
exactly so people have been doing this for a very long time. They were using friends, girlfriends, and associates and all those things. But try and go through ninety.
Because say we share Kabori nyonyamfo sei na yire ho fefefe na Kabori akoba wohia na we wi ni 4 year term ya de sika adwane a o ko ka kire wai ya do to wish you. What's that? On the ground,
I wish you shall too.
Oh, what's all you never said, Mr. Kabori? Maybe I know. Maybe I have a. Maybe I have an air. What I want to be. Oh, okay. What do I tell you?
Oh, people are doing it. Go for your power. And you see, this issue of spouse, was spouse now whatever
criminal
job
cartel.
That form a cartel. Yes, that's what it is, and it's going to get worse. Because now it looks like the spouses have more interest. Inti awa asebri ejuma inye binu. You are seen as inye correct. Inti say ye beyina na ye besia na ya bene ejuma. Na wo spouse in feel there ye bibi tidama. You are seen as awo inye correct. So
as I would first can be
inti now you are getting people to either or a peer pressure. Into be walk around the margin on unity, but when whom or could read it. Salaman from one Jima said the eminent meaning answer. So be the no regime. Into you share first and can go through call appointment, walk a year, a appointment committee idea, vetting idea. Hardly. They be who their wives what it is. Now if the spouse sangasa
as I want to acquire vetting. Recently, me share will be a vetting. And this by ye was so crook as you know about it, it's never no. Just as a book for said, dear you,
business associate.
And I was say, oh, how about it? You was so cross and what you want. Oh, Yana Betty be stabbed. One cry, one of the ministers, my so many say we by bank coming to her. Oh, your theatre here who be now say, hey,
because when you're foresight, you know,
or your shareholder. Or your shareholder. You're busy. You're busy.
No, you have some now in West because Obeyibi or what, Sebi, it be able to give Kakra. Into all the bayana, wife, or you win your problem.
No, but as well okay. As well okay. I met somebody who really know Yenya Adubuahin and his wife. And the person told me that no unkra documents nibi, but he can say it on authority that Adubuahin and Tisa, but Obana Tisa, Obana is a go-getter. Also, like when it comes to Sikasama, we're very but the person told me that a Dubai that he know a Dubai wife no call Legon or a Dubai in Tessa. Now, Mr. Maker, to be too calm, make what say, and I am say what the Takrabi Numano.
No, but normally it's the spouses. You see, what's your interest on him the nature?
Yeah.
It is the person behind you who tells you that Charlie, you are losing out. You are losing out. These are the areas you're able to be It's me find there was even a function. When there was even a function, your wife says, "Oh,
yes.
Next can have a fee." And yes. We'll give you all the justification. So now, if I don't know why the man what to restaurant, why register a company?
Me call BA. I met a woman organizer. I'll catch them say women organizers ni na air plans on be worry various CEO name ministers no both MPP and NDC our party no because program be banner women organizer and then crowd for anyiro omo ho a constituency chairman Tammy I know their command here. na omo fiefo na enwa enti ade anka ese party for nyina yenya so mfaso no enti sa ade anya ye ya be chimo yam ho adwuma
Exactly.
Tuba we say constituency women organizer ni chairman ne taso na secretary ni organize taso
As of you.
Kamare
Ava.
this miko wia mikro bramien ko wia miko wia me yire bramien ko wia no what is it
of our own say behind every successful man there is a woman and you know
can I see
a man of Boadu no mama obo no na in case a man no go abusua de ngu what is it to aba abusua bi alusu da
Debi.
if you hoja de aban no de party de ja betima dum na fi hoja num
akonkosa fo wia si obi dia asedi si kojo pon krumo the Ministry of Information food contract or the man yere
Ubie sa ko bonu afele be ba ha jure ye kra e mi jare e jo fa sa de boko no dia e de se no o ko appointment a ye vet wo nko ho of I vet wo yere no monka ho
yes mo
vet in fact me de menya ko let's push for total vetting and answer investigation of the total nuclear family obano yere no wa ye mu nyina mu because bigidi kire me say obi ani wa ni papa na tumi na betima sesa no obu wa no ni nipa boni ni dada tumi no akwanya no onyenya e to exhibit the boni 70 ni ehu ye obu e crofo dada ba say obi ka fa dubu ayehu obu also genuinely wa ni papa but asusu she union obi or the go in terms of our day in terms of our war in terms of we and am na be we say I said, a body, I can't lose our door in a bavetting. Near vetting in our prep, we have papa now in ya, massa. Was it to me no your person, no you didn't equity? Oh no, you didn't equity appointment, no. And this one I and I am wire. Takray, und me stand the takray. Takray, you. If you look at the trend of scandals, now the involvement of almost spouses in these scandals now it really should initiate a different level of conversation as far as the appointment scheme and how we entrust power into people's hands of consent.
Yeah, no more so you said they put their kids through trauma. Say I nimi kunana me nimi iri say pia yema. So just imagine, we are not here to judge anybody.
That's right.
But just imagine, we are not pronouncing judgment, so everybody should forgive us if you feel so. Just imagine, like the three couples are on the picture. Then one of them, no one have fallen into the hands of the law, and they are jailed.
And sometimes they are so naive and so greedy, so desperate. Say, they don't think about those things. They think the reckoning day will never come. I'm grown for we are there. I just say, "Time and be a minimum." I say, "Nana don't go for the with the Chicago shampoo as we go to galamseyers a chimia. Uncle me. That's one no boy say I did okay. So what have you done be in trip? No one is a case here. Now when you answer you know. And it doesn't matter, but a number of these people don't do that. Sebi Angelo cry offer. That trade more of a coffee jumo. And I know workers will be no demonstration obeying a day. And when you're not going to be the doctor, so 3 days, do you know what trauma you put your case into? So when you need a crack, say, Papa, needs them who never go in as I want to say. Now, so what are my friend naive or Montedia Marcia? The only one say, I bet you, my papa. And daddy is not coming home, mommy is not coming home. Ain't he? Be in the coming days, no, whom you know. Maybe I don't even believe in. Say you go into government to enrich yourself, you go into public service to enrich yourself.
Oh, yes, sir.
Feel free home for so offer. Now, me the money by all the phone, yeah, you be ti di ufifire ho fa so say ufifire taku a wo de no simple a wo de
come on me the way me see pen ji ani ntino me pese me ji mani freely ntimi pese obi a ka kro no e atare me o
that no fa se fro se no aduane bre no suku mu a yes ya chi ofa na wo go chechire wa tire no se amana yi also but se on sa no bo pa se
any omuka
anti mubi this said nyina yesu amono. I think people should be interested in omudin edin no of anke obo din nekaka dubu ahen no ni ye born in good no say wasemi ubu be dibi mana and then you are in a bad light so be dibi so be di for you for this period.
No, but Kabari help me. So you have to say your more appointment. Ato. You try even would they be a try 20,000 Ghana cedis.
That's right.
Right. You were a whole that's right. It be allowance, traveling allowance, and those little things are there. So you know, say, or you don't hear Juma diligently. At least say free crime. Everyone so free man pon a bebo brawa. A radia do marakwa. When your 2 bedrooms be out duty, sir, and no my bed, sir, would meet tria on my school fees. Where do you say, one antico a buying scholarship officer, Miss Remo? Me bay minko we are by Scar and tis scholarship ni wa money, obey ye be, sir. Why ye Jumano D. Where you were Juma in fear 9, sir. I could sniff ye. I'm a mouse air to a swabobra. In the idea where Masum can't you live that life?
We former appointee in President Mahama's first term. Diligent work. Now, contract about people believe in 10% to be. Only I see, all I want is a Jumano, a better legacy for Chinima. A contractable about on Tiasia. Because baby, I what? At the end of the day, the contract about work, I said, there was I said that just so your friend was a baby, the man go city.
Jabbing Quanos,
why good try just like everywhere. Maybe a chow. I know that, or just answer the channel.
Fair.
What that channel?
Fair.
Oh, be oh, my choice, I meant 10 bucks.
That's
20 bucks, 15 bucks in that. Oh, Fred Bam, no one your fee. 1 year, 1 city. 1 year, 1 city.
That's all.
Eti wofa we ye ni year ade no the home since so pa be de ebe bro we na mama obi till now wo mo e born no krono ni ade nyina so ma we pa chew but be a relationship keke the social capital no awanya no and then for phones will raise $10 million that will be to marry it. Yeah. And you know, yourself and Sakobo, my dear mo, within relationship with other people. Obi here Moabi, somebody needed just a helping hand. And then say helping hand now, man, wabaya brand, wabaya default. And to who who him of found me wow.
Oh, bet me, why not?
What I say? That be off from one could create more bedray. Yami was off for more. But say, oh, yes, I just be a bumpire and the baby Cassias. Say, Yami Pajay, baby now offer. Say, man, she inquired and music will be put one now, my bomb put much away. I saw them now. And yet, how you relate with people, how you do your job, and all of that. And maybe a can yes, baby, only an anti do your ears and anti do and why you come off from here, madam. I
want to come in and say,
oh, what you want to find yes, you.
I want to come in, but my men to my at once. Don't you believe, said the kind of wealth that NDC, Rebra no more bemu, I must say. A threat Emma NDC abaiwe because someone NDC abaiwe no omo chale amanfa to die wo East Legon amanfa to die wo Chado no on your metro jo mama abemu no farensa parents anko fie be sre no the pressure from society and the kind of edin be bono emaiwe so dan no mutuba And you know go Bobby.
Yeah.
And so me atu yana me stroma aban we mu mabunu. So one hwe ya.
Commander, I'm the America's first in kind. There, even with the spouse issues, sometimes will be a while. There is a couple, that's not their intention, but the society and others, it put pressure on them to also look at sin. It is true. Odu baby na yet the bimutu mukra, food from London. We were pizza crowd or order from London.
Oh,
no, I send. Oh,
Jasa.
What the motorcade?
Ada MPP.
I'm telling you.
I'm eating breakfast and lunch every morning from London.
From UK.
I'm telling you.
And the motor real airport.
Mr. Thursday, I met in Mandendi until somebody under company office.
Wait. I have me every one day. Really?
People were doing that.
Really?
People were living large, and people who worked under at the president's office of the president. One man was just only biwa. Biwa two boss the Messi there 6, Messi 5, Messi 4. Now what about better now beam? Now 4 years about beko. Then you can't boast of one, and you think your people will not insult you. Because Sabi obi your appointment what to show good need to do. What burn the powder? Because what burn the powder because we fear ye. You understand? If fear did I pick it. You do my what to win, I pick it. Now pick your mawa. And I we are. Card don't use na able use. In them form not the one them form.
Better same.
In Sikal. In today. Oh. Commander, some things.
No, but would you say this government? Would you say this government appointees they can control themselves?
They have to. Because then, what is the essence of
Charlie? Uncle Fia already is the Gondai Onibi.
Chairman, Commander, there. Sometimes, when you do the right things will pay you back.
It's true.
When you do the right things will pay you back. And I'm a living example of it. There are several people I work for me. Sometimes I don't even remember what I've done for them. Mm-hmm. Sometimes on my birthday, sometimes I receive money from different countries. Because one of my first jobs, I was bringing international volunteers to Ghana. And most of the volunteers are me supporting one. They've grown to become big people.
Me senior be sending me senior media practitioner be sending me message. Also be British Airways used to deliver pizza from London regularly.
Okay. Just one became
regularly, yeah.
Two, people used to fly the Falcon jet just to go and eat fufu at the popular choba in Kumasi and come back.
It happened. Why are you surprised?
Charlie,
are you surprised? Charlie. Now, a president who is able to carry a girlfriend in a private jet to Kumasi to no less a person's house than Otumfuo, just to go and entertain himself. What else can't he do? Sewa Bruni Sagano. What else couldn't Akufo-Addo have done? Then what you
Anyway.
Now only how much your friend is saying Gabi has a foreign taste for food. On what better say or we talk Ediane. The details are that Gabi nom Kofi Asante bedi atunum ni omo yire nom no every afternoon bia no flight a free amanone no eba no omo order aduane a eba.
Wow.
Yes. Omo ni Ghana aduane. And it's still even omuko opposition no oma prepare to say e was see etimi tria say aduane be fra bruchira abaga na am yedi.
Where omutua no
Ah, they are continuing with their lifestyle. Why do you think they were stealing the money? they are still continuing with their lifestyle. And tell you, cry was not making and tell you. And tell you, cry. And a many country we see a movie. And tell you, cry. So they wouldn't maybe I'm more fast.
Yeah.
And you know, a habit. A habit now. This is a very huge topic.
The husband and wife.
Oh, you see, when we were discussing nepotism, we were just being on the peripheries of the discussion. Nepotism, no. Ekufodo man ebe ye te say, you know. Akoye say no. Say ya ma yenuanom NDC for mu appointees no adwena nkonyo mabi so a kwabra. NDC will be worse than MPP. Because it has become almost like a normal thing to do. Now we don't cry, and say we don't cry. And the ability to forgive the ills of society, by this government, would encourage and motivate multiplicity of it. What do I say? Because abai when pennyphobia. I imagine say some crimes are forgivable, no. Ebese binum kutupa amoma worse than the MPP did. I'm telling you. But they always forget that the MPP never forgives. Opa dani to me my MPP for ne. But Bonia omudi be tria NDC for kano. Bonia like MPP mua kabeka so we dey say we dey wanyeshi.
But yo, what is this about? Me ne me yira ko wia. What is it?
What was that?
But quick one, let me just touch on a message from a friend. Okay, so this friend is in UK who is just listening to us. Yeah. And he sends me a message. I can send you Domino's Pizza.
Yes. That's the name.
From Domino's Pizza. From London via BA flight that will arrive at Kotoka this evening.
That will arrive at Kotoka this evening. Maybe me will be 4 days or 3 days ago. Me will be many ways.
So let's come back to this. Definitely we will talk about Kofi Juma and those scandals, and we will talk about it. But this issue of your appointing minister as an and your appointing no, your appointing CEO as a Nira Nani Kunu, your appointing no. After the Niamani Wakra or Pana or Pebia Manere.
I will begin.
And this kind of Yakuya boom.
Yeah, may shall see free. The House of God, Church of Pentecost, where software, your power will sell your software, where you cry or call orientation. Send ye or software mammy, a behave as a software mammy.
I see.
Yes, or call orientation.
It's an obligation. Now come on, no.
It's obligatory. Your year must be oriented to know, say, who can Juma and ye Juma? Who can know? Where Juma, I was our year buano. Wo ye ne seso boafo enye ne sofo die no na wo koje microphone akodi sofo na ma no. You are oriented. That is when I was a member of Church of I don't know how many changes because akwana say sorry no
Ugo to kwaja
boku ina say sorry na ma say na sorry I say cathedral
Tete wajai
mejai me gina bontin me tun futuro ngu apmanfo ani say me Church of Pentecost member bi
Nje zo kwa assemblies
me say dan ko bia sorry sisi as of yet unza me ko tabe ho so di nkwa asem na mjai
we any man so
and as I say no me street church oriented person. I have a relationship. Some may mention I'm not religious. We are very spiritual with God, and that's it. I don't believe in any human being. No. And that's it. I read my Bible and understand it. The Holy Spirit guides me, and that's it. I don't need any human being to indoctrinate me. No, I don't believe.
Straight up.
Now, from that angle, no, the reason why I say a foul software and I see a shell software, and who here say, ye ma oyere entity ma odini le mu no. ebi na eba aban mu hwɛ kwabra ebedru baabi on ebedru baabi no minister nwie sika ɔde bɛfa ne yere so ebi asi wa aban dada anim bebree
yɛ wɔn nkɔmɔ ne yɛ bubɔ so yi
na akɔsoa sɛnea na ato ka no ɛnyɛ ne o but ɛnɛ no nyankopɔn adom social media ne media yi ɛna news is easy
to access
to circulate
yeah.
Nti no ama is also easy to assimilate nti ama sese no nipa na nkakane no mo ye nneoma shared in secrecy no eni obiem ɛno nti na ɛwɔ sɛ wo ye nipa dasani a na woda so tiase a you have to be very careful and it's from me Kenya obia from the president to the last person everyone should be careful because it's very easy to source for information kane no ade ane ye kan o menasipo mu no say no ye jai to her because obia person is first to have broken the news abai way by kwabra how much information don't you have maybe for the want of safety ntino and as abai afi no abanti 1 minute ntino ye two momonefo no ye two okrafo no ye two momonefo a huge topic like I'm saying, you know, it's a very huge topic and one day and a bit more discuss a bit me itemize, you know, how people even marry, how politicians marry.
Said I may catch a minion has I met a woman organizer, conscious woman organizer, and she told me that the way say politicians no omo ba be mo chene manuma omo empranfo
yeah.
And omo no ma ba twi no party ni mu no imagine mana
imagine say
yeah.
Me the make woni me modi en kan hwe ye general yi say wo ni panin nam na wo nim say wo bre so mfa so na panin no ama na kaunya ba bia sie na panin no girlfriend enya a very huge mansion na wo na wo bre ye na e ma panin no kura nya baabi esi ye no ono ni momu no wo de wa ya tantan de wo hwa de ne besi enne ya na be ba be se hwemanim na wo ni o to ma say oh etino ene MPP crisis yi nyina no as a result of sanioma no edidija wo fum nioma de nse nyina fum because wo girlfriends be se du nipa baako waso ma ye gu ne ho so o fa no de asan o we me dia ama ese mpanifo ne nkwara na eko e nkwara ni so so ma nya pani de eko what must say no ni
so I can say me there you see one of the things that happen in there me find that there can the new opinion binam and you've done so well for the opinion oh when the my girl on your mouth see so ma bi mu kra wo pe girls ma won penifo na watch on how what this can
bro penny na who say we guy
the girls really just come on because me yes can I be say am fa
me say am for start pimpin conform nya no
so they do that so that they can also get their cut
ade eyo because na ade we see anya no
Cambodia process ya there is
etino I was saying nipa careful I was saying there are pleasures of life like Kabori rightly said how many times haven't you done things for free for people and later after you have even forgotten about what you did for them na obi afro maybe ubua mi oh we dey na dey me say kakra bi o ebi okura sa time na odi ade ne buy no wani na kwara like my boy at the insurance firm
yeah
me say nye ono na ahunyehi abremu na nko so masene akwara na me ye foolish in the streets obi a ni maami ewu ni papa ewu me na me de na akotena brochire me ya na me say for passport maami eno kra no ni passport ye ko gina ko dwantwi so no ye passport man no de ko after several years some office they say kwabra my office on the aya sorry into akwa hear me sa na we dey coincidentally me jina akwan ne ho ye momo me hu ani say Ben C class we see ya chese wa be bam me someone who had just completed university, he had nobody. Even the last Sika Odiko trials and all your exams, no, I had to cough it. Uni Pia. Today, baby, no. And baby, hey, maybe you could have texted or show. And this is somebody, and you know, and Kameno 77 can be useless. And he has shown gratitude to the core. Etenya dia wo fum no na mo no kwa ya mu mfa nsua nyansa say how many times na one fum how many times na wo kra fum a wo fum ye no we ani ho de because
and the point is
then na betimi this kana
wa ba ba mu da ekọ wo ko e no
we nsua nyansa
o ye no ato no tese nye de obesesa enye dodo obesesa
na wo ko ya no mo ba no mesi usu no mo gi ni nyina
so
just say ukra na wo nsa.
So just do it right in life. Just do it right, and you are safe. Anyway, fighting corruption. So you have the faces of Dubois here. Hanan is here. Christopher Kumfi, Chief Director Keno Foriata, and now our own uncle Kofi Juma. You know Kofi Juma. Needless to say, I offer. So I know Shikakra. I know Shikakra Naja. What can I say and what can I say? What can I say and what can I say? So, but I learned say, I won't need any more banner, and you may ban also, and you may ban also. However, there is this conversation on the street. Oh, achichi na ado so mun prosecute omo. Say no nkoma e wo street ntine ye di won nkoma no e bia mo de mo mu nim de. You can explain things better for the people on the street to know that okay, so here is the situation. But I said there is some sort of hurrying people say more fast. Where you know say oh better what they go come be you know and that is it. I told mommy shashing free so yanko.
Commander, Makade. Even though I understand the wheels of justice run slowly, however, make one more amount to me feel there. We need some urgency. Into another platform, I had requested them the Attorney General should seek clearance now or extend contracts for more attorneys. Now one born, no one prosecute. Because you know they don't also. If you're the Attorney General office now, the staff there, they will be overwhelmed.
Like how?
Say, Juma the wapa the way you would mean it is will be overwhelming for the office of the Attorney General and their staff because they are under resourced.
I see. So
they need more investigators.
You know for a fact,
they need
or
more.
You are just.
I'm stating it on a fact. Office of the Attorney General, they are always under resourced. They don't have a lot of investigators. They don't have a lot of lawyers that will help them. You understand? So they need that clearance to get more people, even just on contract, to execute the work at hand. And some of them, you need certain prosecutors with certain specialized skill to deal with it. Because you see, some of the corona were bueno or a smart chronobo. Until you also need to change your tactics because they also know what is in the office of the Attorney General. They know. I mean, some of the staff who are there have been there for years. And they know that if that is the style they are going to use there, then they can go scot-free. They are aware. So for me, I think that is that part you know, is what is lacking. Because if and I'm sure because of the wisdom of Dr. Yini and Stremstry, they would want the Yemeni Biwa Wangasa will make sure there kofi, and you will need the best of work done before it gets to your desk. Alright, the back and forth alone within your office will take a longer time. So, one of the things I mean, sure the one mama maybe or is not going the way it's going is because of what I've just said. Number 2, importance there. These things should be dealt with. Or the man, about the appetite for people to bring their spouses and they were more corrupt, or be infected, and these current appointees will also grow their appetite because when they realize that it will grow that appetite for them to also do same. Because if yesterday somebody did it, now then why can't I do it? After all, the Chief Justice, the suspended Chief Justice have shown us that since I was some court, about to my press conference, now appeal to the sensibilities of general public. So we introduce a new concept. People can be adopting tomorrow.
Send me a court to a press conference.
Exactly. Exactly. So for me, I am saying that it is important we deal with some of these things as quickly as possible. No. And you see, them yodom. I mean, what should be now? There is a demonstration. You put a press conference. I mean, these people have done more press conferences than they are normal in Parliament. One numbers are all Parliament. Press conference are why and one numbers are winning Parliament. So they can go ahead and do testing mic 1 2. They can go ahead. But the general public, you see, this time around, normally, say government BBA, you could see that the sentiment of the general public looks that we are not happy with what you are doing. But the general public sentiment these days is that prosecute them.
Yeah.
So government has no option to go that line. Because if this government will fail or succeed, it depends on some of these things. Because it's becoming one too many. And we saw it there. When Ghanaians were going through pain, people were enjoying. People were really enjoying. If you sasa roa nkofo ato if the costs the amount they bought it for now, then it will make sense for somebody to tell you there. Even the exchange rate, it was engineered for a specific cost. Exchange rate, though dollar no akosor, there is these things, some of it was also engineered for specific things. Because most of them have gone into real estate. It is kind of way in the Sikabi ede wonya fiden wenya. E kada ye jidan mpa obede bamon.
Wenya ne mfa so.
Obi ko de den odako ji loan baby. No all the year na ejuma fofor. Nti kada o den o si den na ode den mamon. Ade o hwehwe no de nya. Ibi na obi ode NSS for the koji loan. Until the time you tackle the main issue also or the back. The other interesting when you go, then that's why I'm saying there, don't only go after the loot, but go after the interest of the loot. The interest accrued from the loot, we should go after that as well.
But Angato, I think we have heard the Attorney General and other security agencies, and even I think the OSP office can be. Oh, on my retrievals be. Also, my retrievals be. President so can be say on my retrievals. Then even on mention forest or me reclaiming. Then but why don't they put those figures out? That as soon as you far away, fine. You don't want to mention the person. But we need to know. Okay, and I'm gonna say whether who argues for and against me, I don't have any problem. Right? But my position is that mention the person. That is my position. they claim omu na ko security school of Russia yankobi nti omu na mini yesi ebodi no a Burkina betimi atu akɔhwe Togo na Togo kɔhwe ni jemu nti ate ase say anya on the anum ne kɔ but at least they should tell us that look after 6 months doing this whatever yet me retrieve ade we everywhere ho we ni asizi I mean Ansah kra no a omo don be court room omo check the court proceedings ase and it seems people want to hear what is happening.
And it's true. I mean, transparency is key. From there, even if you want to enter into pre-bargaining, maybe as part of the pre-bargaining conditions in there, don't disclose my identity or don't disclose A, B, and C because it has not gone through trial. Because A, B has a full trial, not kodo. Only the person's identity will be known. So, for instance, since Edu Boayin, if he decides to go into pre-bargaining, we already know that Edu Boayin is going through this. So then it's easy to know. Bobby Wawa, I don't know one body in a crown and hour. The Bobby, Mr. Macau Rai, and Shama Bodumodu. No crying for phoning or your bands and I'm afraid. Munjamade, but Mr. Remo, but I don't know into Mumbumidi. So sometimes that is the difference. There are ones that you go after them.
But say no. Say NDC so ebia me fa $1 million. You eja listo eja to mo na mo abem $1 million na me fa ye. We dem sremo. Monye mamu momidi.
Ebe dey you say sana.
Na there you na eja listo we ni anka to so say eye buomu ade no. Oma Wi-Fi $500,000. Ebe na ye citizens na hu say obi wi a $1 million no de aba no de eba e no so do ye de akere.
That is a danger, and that's what I'm saying. That's the transparency sake.
I mean that's how they know NDC about you know. I have a problem.
That is the transparency issue.
Seriously, I have a problem.
Needs to be tackled because if you feel that your body since I want to encourage others and more ones who want forward them back. At least declare what they brought
exactly
and where probably it was taken from, and let people do their own deductions. Because right the man, you see the problem we are going to create for ourselves in there, then people will hide behind that and do things, get on and they will enrich themselves out of it.
Yes.
And bring whatever it is now. You can easily tell that this is where I took it. Or the one baba because if you are phone you you have medal photography. Videography, the product my year, but whatever it is in my sense, the fact that I brought back the phone does not mean I've not benefited from that phone. So I agree that transparency around these things and it should be clear. And like I'm saying, we are going into the era of disorder. Because Ochina Sabain from once of Fabia, them the Otina don the man so not say. The way I treated you, Massa, Mosomeba, Navosoroqua, I'll do same and you should treat me same. That is what we should be running away from because it's very dangerous. Like we are saying, if I brought something that way in a mefei, Medaba, oh mefa Carl, Mezaba, into Nsiwara, it is very different. That style is very, very different. And who so declares and which of the offices because AB Krampuna it's not going to Attorney General's office. Let's say the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources. Somebody who was a staff there went home with government vehicle into the upper back. How is that recorded?
And this what the banners will be so one this year more fire better. So obi okay pre-bargaining. Osibaba yenkasa me di mi $1 million me di aba say mo ya announcement like $500,000
bargaining should go through trial if it's not like I dey me metiwa keke na ma fa na ma it's a different thing altogether.
With pre-bargaining it can be so okay me di beba in punishment ni if you do no mo ya no 5 mame
exactly
what do you say but me position here whereby ya Jessica no yes yanka because omo na beka che so omo retrieve this card bi o
exactly
omo beka say yenim se mo beka so e bia wa ya je $500,000 every Bobie wa. Ebe force me Bobie so man because omo bua me $1 million. Now my transparency no I clear.
Exactly.
But say no, who you go say o ma retrieve scabi. Oh, office we so ma retrieve scabi. Sika na mo retrieve free hin say na he for the mo di akwa to the dey na dey.
I think that some of the journalists that attend these press conferences can do us such honors as well. Because some of the questions.
No, but they ask them.
Why?
And that is what we mean.
Then we should probe it.
Yeah, we should probe it. Because, seriously.
Because it's kind of on your one personal money.
Yeah, one thing about this government.
It's got to do with the state. So it needs to be open. And we have frank conversations about this because, like we are saying, that is the mark of transparency. It's not just about saying somebody has brought money.
No.
you have to state exactly how much has been brought.
So, Uncle Ato, there is another school of thought who also believes, since it's an ongoing exercise.
I said it earlier.
You might declare today, and nobody will go for China figure to say, "Nay, say now we can't say yeah, the way we be now." So why don't we get to the conclusion part? We know how much we've retrieved in all of that, and then we know how much a Yentiman retrieve, how much a Nipano Samrana Buabona Ogodi, so that we don't get discrepancies in the figures we put out there. Because they want to, they want to,
I think you're missing the point. Listen, you can earlier, and I think I said it earlier. The Ebikrana, for me, I think more is about if list of ordinary aba. Now me come list over the 500 Ghana cedis out of 1 million aba. Answer street. Because even though, yes, because if I'm not done. You have taken $45 million. You brought $100 million, $10 million now, and I declare that so far out of $45 million, you brought $10 million. At the end of the day, that's a info being back.
Because the 45, you talk about it. The 45,
that's the point you're making.
Public knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Oh, what about you? I can't say. Because your mind is sick.
That's right.
Yeah, GSika, yeah, GAD.
Yes. And you keep
$10 million
now.
Or see, oh, yeah, a year 25 now, cano. A home run say, obey them, your mum for So, I mean,
you have 6 months.
Yes.
To pay.
Yes.
You understand?
Why? At Wesien, I mean, everything was coming to public. You in him scared, yes, won't you? Any day, so, because look, any say, only say, on country, yeah. Don't announce it say what retrieve be. Na twen na conclude investigations no be catch oh ye wi ani nyina no.
This what?
Ye chi Bobie no Bobie de $1 million.
I think that works.
And all the aba.
Hinting no more.
Don't so don't tell us.
You see the other aspect of it. And then America in there obi so wa ofu there if you come and say it there the me impe or the BB them aba. Maybe I also want to bring something. But because you mentioned the name, I'm not comfortable. Because me the number out. Let's say I have intention that maybe I want to bring it. Mine has not come out. You've not even come to me. But I am thinking in my head, it might get to my turn. I don't know. So let me come. But because I heard that you started mentioning people because they came to you, Nunti, I will say, let me wait. So that is why probably people are saying, okay, no, don't mention. You understand? But that is the danger aspect.
No, Angato. If you wait, darkness will come and meet you.
That's it.
Wow. If you come, darkness will still catch up with you. No, so what from Kwana and Credit? Meanwhile, a school for Uncle Anijra or more Jedian and radio. No Mako Sunyadie. Shannon Guassism and in Guassism Poto. Nina say, why, I said, take charge of the school feeding. Why, Obian Wedriania and Kolanija and Kolawe bear their question. Look at what they are going through. The trauma. And Sakura Wakakwa at them, Adriania Kolabe Diakonenum. And you see, I am shocked. The GES is not talking about it. The Education Ministry is not talking about it. Your friend say, "Yeah, no, by something auntie, Peter auntie." They are not talking about it. I say a young kola, I say young kola issue, you know, where the young kola. But how can you treat? Look, Charlie. Oh. Just look at this. Just look at this. So it's likely say an opanonkolani nidi normal kwa kwatenasio because enipa ba ko pay for be ebuafu. How? I think there is another one, B. There are a series of, incidents across the country, and as Obia Dean, like, oh, Bakubi, no more could share the animal form. Pantam. Just a Bakubu of you see, no chairman, a constituency chairman, any woman organizer. You know, pray home. No, but I didn't the education ministry ain't mean streamlining here. Dr. Park, you guys cannot just streamline this thing. Oh, Charlie, me no care. Yeah. Into almost solve we are number school. Just look at this. Way, oh, Charlie, Dr. Park. David. Mamungu, John Mahama and Muasio. And I think these are some of the things when we talk about intelligence gathering. When you know, these are some of the briefing the president every morning. And you must say, here. And you must say, here. And young Crawford tape for Moses and already also called Treno. And you know, one here. There be a president who could brief and no be tape show, but Oko Bam and Eti, Yan natural security, Juma. Well, Quabnako can say, yes, Quabnanya. But and you're nice. And you're nice. When we need to criticize our own, we should do it. We should do it. Dr. Park, Muguye anymore as you. Muguye anymore as Adia way MPP for a yes, I was Yadiwi. A young MPP for this Anquas Yadiwi. And he, someone to be in Shambi be and film how to correct the situation. That's a most cyber to us. Saying you're fine. You are just waiting for the president or the vice president or the chief of staff. And as I'm train president secretary, Dr. Callistus. And I'm more trained Standogbe. And I'm more trained why? You guys have been given a mandate. You have been given a role to play. And you must execute it. Already, you guys are doing well. You guys are doing well. Tinyama kitin be saying no, you don't sit down, watch, and allow it to fester. You don't allow it, Dr. Park. Honorable Haruna Idrisu. Mamu nyesa. Don't do that. Don't do that. And what is the issue about this? A friend is a school feeding. I don't know. and I say a school feeding coordinator no once your friend say coordinator Haji Afati MPP Haji Afati ni bi wo NDC ono de ye fa Haji Afati ni de wo ye lady wonye kurase ni se MPP Haji Afati no wonye kurase ni we de o ye lady so the school feeding program no coordinator no your friend Haji Afati and ne deputy no your friend no Faustina Lamte. Okay, so I think say me producers try so on be rich or more, but on me no be am funny phone. That I can't tell. O dwene wa say asem ni si a ya na ubusa won say omo na omo because videos ni there omo hwe bi da JM no at because of social media. Okay, so they see it. They see all these things. They see it. Even if the security will not brief you, Granoa. And Pennyford, they see, they know. But the question is, must JM be going around doing everything? He can't. Do you know what delegating for someone yet? Dr. Park, please. Kayla, I say, but who are the kids to pick the food from the floor? There you go. I come to Aqualano. Adriania go for one day. I come to no. I could have been one may have a chance one for Adriano for one befa. I come to no. Ya 2 Adriania go from on any day. Over 10 years this Chala Yesramo. Ya Pamocho. Ya dear Juma Samonsa. Do it to the ability, the best of your ability, please. Munya Jumano. And the whole issue, you know, you say, media san mate. I don't know, say true, I don't know. You say, young father say, I see a dentist say, schools no a Dawson. And you see national executives, no. National NDC national executives no at yasi national executives no cause problem ni nyina across the country. Yasi national executives no and yes ade no national executives no so ora se dun katie nya ba bi ahye your friend say Pablo youth organizer nya ba bi ahye Hannah Bissiw women organizer nya ba bi ahye why? I was a few creators who are board biso and I on the on call baby. And I mean, hello, and so your baby ashe. In the advance, I mean, and fifi kwete akugan and Mustafa Bang di so your baby ashe. And the akugan e show yes anu ana say here for here for. Your friend say, and the Mola commander mention names. I don't know them. That is what I have heard. I'm saying free secretariat no. Madam Haji Afati. Omune yes ade no. Are you sure? Ewa Krupon. But Kwame, not necessarily we want to talk to her. Find time nene ne mo ene Haji Afati no kono ho na ene ne mo nkomo because for all you know ebi obi su na say no keke. You understand? Aha. Adwuma we no ya che udi agra obi be say obi ama. Then you are forced to believe lies. So find out you are a media practitioner, get in touch with her. Because because they say aka akuga nkwa wa chire ena aka yami ena aka fifi kwete ena aka wan Kobe Baron ena wan cause omo nyina akọ Ruth said okọ enti ahefo na hye soro ho yes ade no ahefo na aka omo jare ho no a because everybody is complaining say if national no unhuni pakura oyesa Need a good busa say a chief binding or man baby. Oma chief binding show or general. Chief binding the or general pa mama in general. Or general. Ah, mentiase, baby. I mentiase. Me idea we me I mentiase. Mentiase cra. Just say me general. Why? ABC MMDCs no ena omo yesi adenta sei chese wo mu bu nkrofo nsem ba akofo 15 schools 20 schools 15 schools 20 schools na ononko a mama constituency women organizers no mama mo ni dibia Jolu. Mama women organizers need the DBA. Why? Constituency for no constituency level. When you they share constituency level, regional, na not tricking up and a branch. And the offer national, and also we MCE, and also we MP. Now I got to see where you are. As what about them? As what Jimmy Kakra. As what about them, Jimmy? Mentias. And I want to be streamlining a dear way to the sense that I mean, Obia betting wants to say, saying a channel. Oh, yeah, Kwame Makasa way. Me see the only time a year governance ever problematic amount for a breath in taking decisions is when people are compromised. That's all. Because if you are not compromised, are they weighing your issue? My make it was commander, the issues are to do with the regional women organizers and their so-called protocol. Okay? So, Commander, do you know in Amasama constituency, we were told in Sakina electoral area schools are reserved for Lodina Mahama? How would one be told this after working hard for your party to come to power? Meanwhile, Dr. Lodina, the first lady, Onim Hoshe, you see? First lady, one Friday when Yashe, what are you doing? School video, what are you doing? So the issue has to do with, I think the education minister and his deputy, they should coordinate well with Ghana Education Service on these matters. And there's a secretariat for it. And secretariat, obi the supervisor. As a secretariat, nisho obi ase. Greed. Minkwa me peni nyina. Minkwa me peni nyina. Minkwa me sesani nyina. And it's so sad, Kwame, when you say what I heard, that MCs no, MMCs nibi no, DCs nibi no. Even Omabusia form your MPP for crowd one and your campaign. I'm a NDC no. They are giving them contracts. I didn't idea krame. Adie krame. Say me ya ban adwuma na adie krame. Me de bema NDC ni ansa na metwamani ahwe me nua MPP ni. I mean, amanfo nsofa saa na wo de akwakomo obusuafo adi o. Amanfo nsofa saa na wo de akomo obusuafo adi. Enye amanfo nsofa saa na wo watam na wo de akwakomo obusuafo adi. Time ano mo make us say in so no enipa kra ni busuani no time amo pai JM Julo JM kronfo ni nyina no na okan people for no na omo yes ade no. Then those who fought well to wash JM clean no share na tarifita no. When you turn your back on such people, yes, the other kind of say in your co-position, so what? They are about power. No, but and you're fine. And you're fine. Right now, you don't even know whether national executives know. You don't even know whether MDCs know. So regional women organizers know. I don't know, but you see, you have a national security, you have the BNI, you have various security apparatus. This thing they can easily track. They can easily track. Go to an able bomb tasso no much no more different in Namsa. Quasia someone qua. Quasia someone qua. Oh, Ghana dear. Yeah, Ghana no Hankasano. Well. They are not picking people that they have the mind to work. Where you are, Juma? Can't you track and know where the problem is coming from? Even the education ministry, bet me high a private investigative team. You will know. Because today, where's so regional women organizer, where's so a constituency chairman, where's so a national executives now, Omdo Jim no more yard, yes, here be crowd a chimpna. Or no, go in channel. No, I can't or that's so no, I catch them and say school feeding you or home the bebro. But she has my quack. Now, by 10 young guys, no moodino. For year Juma, there are young girls. Look, when you go across various constituencies near the idea, there are young girls almost and young guys almost support a NDC movement. Just one school, man, and one school. Never go for 10, never go for 20. What kind of nonsense is that? Oh, Charlie. Mamba, and you're fine. Jose, Charlie, let me move on. Let me move on. Who dear, you got Kwajo? Says who need to crop or yes, I didn't. Who need to crop? Yes, I didn't. The women organizers are crying. At the same time, you have your friend is a constituency chairman are crying. And it seems nobody is interested to talk about it. And look, I had taxpayers' money. I had taxpayers' money. And NDC is not a coward party. We criticize our own in good faith. And this is no. A minus for the NDC government. It's a minus. And you're fair. You better tackle it. Deal with the issue. Oh, Charlie. We are just hoping. We won't chase anybody. We want to talk to you, interview you. Nobody will interview anybody. Nobody will chase anybody. Yeah, they are Juma Mamo. Wouldn't mean ya. Just walk to the president. Opening the other man mean to mean ye. What dear? Now call baby. But you don't put the whole government into shame. And the idea where ya na MPP sinu ane ye complaining no. And to be and me and now our demand you know how to deal with it. I did not cost 8 years. In all the 8 years, we were here complaining. We were criticizing the MPP government, complaining. Not knowing you're complaining and saying you need any idea to solve it. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I met a friend, and we were talking about Dr. Siama, Bank of Ghana, and why Dr. Siama is doing so well. And then Nipane catch Nipane a friend to Dr. Siama. And what catch him say when NDC was in opposition, and Yamane Koso Bank of Ghana in Ano, Dr. Siama were doing investigations on it, finding solutions and all that. And you are pointing on Ora Hono. Already know okra solutions to the issues. So it's just apply. Finito. So those who are looking forward to become education minister and deputy and blah 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 and whatever school feeding secretariat, no, all these issues no cause no opposition no. They no and kasa no. And to be and how to solve this issue. But you see, and the people down there, we need access to the people up there. Yeah, middle link. Now people for you target. Any amiable be before me bo me dia ma da kro no ba ko si betu no mo to me tag me ma de chi bibi kete hwe bobi woni na ewuo no bibi kete hwe woni na ewuo no na me so me no mo de fe so me dia me nko na code of conduct na nchim ye me dia ayi honorable Felix ofosuko ajizo ama be free range me nko mani no, me no more de face, you know, but young canocre. One is bad. Let's say it is bad. Me, I don't know how to be a sycophant. Me. One is bad, one is wrong, is wrong. Just tell the person this is wrong. And I think JM, Chief of Staff, talk to Haruna Idrisu, talk to Dr. Park, this is wrong. Whoever is at the secretariat, they should just streamline things. Oh, they no cry here, Juma, Kwame Umro. The reason why they are struggling with this school feeding, blah 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 blah. Ayen kontompo kana sichi akwankwa obi pebebi dubia she. And this anase almost almost use your fairness to deal with the issue. Problem bien. Anyway, let me move on. It's very unfortunate. My own say Dr. Hannah Bissiw air rounds. And me share minua Nit FM Kwabnamafo. I watched my brother Kwabnamafo, and I say Kwabna ne consensus utim say no the Kwabnamafo wapaba I say na wanye na busi wa ya dai me dey tell you bia no ma bire
emre bi baya sabi na eden se Ghana for kra betimi agye atum say there could be a day without a scandal, and nyoma ekufo do num di o my way afaso no ade a na me ma dwene mususu se nke be boa pa anke be the easiest route say they betimi retrieve sika and I see betimi they identify how much losses we have made as a country, no. Me imagine mo and say nenka me dey imagine me say nke a national audit of abanda dano from 2017 January to 2025 January. Na accruals a omo make ye nyina no yen kan nyina mom se sika sei ena fi se kufa do bedi mampani waje wo busia mu waje wo ye fanwo a yetuo mu waje ewo fanekwa sika ye friend grant waje ewo toagege a sebi efri 2017 to 2025 se sika ni nyina ye de kogu one basket mu se na yɛ itemizing ne sɛ Akufo-Addo ba yɛ ɔbɔ besia ebia 1 cedi ɔgye ɛtoɔ 2 cedis ɔyɛ ɔfa ngo sika ɛno nso ɔgye 3 cedis sika ɛyɛ famikwa grant ɔgye ebia 2 pesos yɛkyerɛ sɛ sika ne nyinaa wie a na Ghanafoɔ ahu sɛ sika sɛi ɛna ɔmo ɛkɔdi ɔmo nsɛm ɛwɔ yɛ din mu including IMF sika ne nyinaa uwie a as a responsible government o asɛm a making na afei one narrow it down to enyuma a ɔmo de sɛ sika na yɛ ɛho nkontabuo nti ebi a ɔsɛ o mede sika ɛkɔ ma school feeding sɛ deɛ mebɛ metie sɛ wɔka school feeding asɛm yi ɛyɛ adambɔ wote aseɛ sɛbi edua ananse adi ewo no tekuma ntena aseɛ ntonko sɛ ɔyɛ aban mu nipa na wadwene yi adwuma na sɛ wokura sɛbi woyɛ party ba na wadwene yi adwuma ade a yɛbɛtena studio ha kan sɛ MPP fo ayɛ a ɛnyɛ no ɛnkɔyɛ bi wokɔyɛ bi a wowɔ gyimi kyɛ MPP ni no because wo no you haven't learned any lesson from the kan na ano no ɛsɛ wɔ gyimi kyɛ no first food yɛ ɔnyɛ food na second food na bi food ɛtumi no yɛ adwen then we narrow it down to the capital projects the ex-wal regime no ɛyɛ na afei yɛ ma quantity surveyors akɔ field akɔ quantify ama yɛhu sɛ okay ɛdan yi a ɔmo so ɔmo si wɔ ha yi even sɛ yɛde kyɛ ɔmo krampo ne yɛsɛ yɛsi ne saa dan ne nna a sika sɛ ne yɛbɛ spend it to build that ɛdan no nti ɛba saa na auditors yɛ adwuma a you can conclude sɛ sika Akufo-Addo gyeeɛ no ɛyɛ 100 cedis na emu 10 cedis deɛ yɛbɛtumi aka sɛ ɔmo de ayɛ ɔman no adwuma na 90 cedis deɛ akɔ ɛno ne first cardinal adeɛ a yɛbɛtumi ahu sɛ ɔman no sika sei na ɛwɔ ɔmo hɔ nti wei ne yɛkɔ akɔhwehwɛ kwabra bɛ ne nipa bebree nya adwen sɛ sɛsɛ yɛnim adeɛ ayera nso yɛhwehwɛ nti sɛ deɛ na mɔhwehwɛ ɛno na ɛyɛ anama meka sɛ politicians try to play on the intelligence of the Ghanaian. What must I say? For example, say Fanny said, Abaya swear to say Gapuha. The Awako Diadiano. It was so boom conta from 2017 to 2025 January. The Obeto ye. A sin to a what figure simu near Osusu se Aira. Na afei wo de ama aban aso ɛyɛ a ɔmo yɛ nhwehwɛmu wote ase na sɛ kitani gyame ɛnɛ yɛ pam kwakuma anu adeɛ kyɛ yɛ pam adwamansa adwamansa kra de owia 540 million Ghana cedis
woni baako bi kura ɛyɛ na yɛ wo ma mi ya wo hɔ na bia si obi a wɔda no wɔn me ba sika $200 million ayera ɛwɔ bi hɔ
enti no
these are things
that so and no crowd de kwamna we why are there so am ye hu say bia this amount of money ayira
no
but if I bind that anu mu nipa no no so ti ho no say nyina ya wonko kirem
they don't tell us say e bia ayira so yes say ayira si asi akra fam bia ayira nya citizen show team for nkwa na e adwuma wa ha. The person must be specific. Me buy no. Sika say like yenu aginapo and ECG. ECG $500 million e ka bi da ho. Na me buy am hwehwe wu me hu se e fra akwa bi nwo. Wono na ono ye chief director. And on Atamanto. You give us a clear picture. You understand? Say do big now for 500 no ko. Say chief director e fa ko ye. Say akwa be so na fa e man ni see ye. Even for us to know so that we get a solution. Say any nipa and we are any who says samanfo a ni akofa samanfo bodyguards abegina ho. That's all.
Nti eno ne first thing I me susue. Say ho no yesi ye di omo a aban apa omo nya pa omo nyina se edi omo gu nsani ani akarikari a. Minister wetimi aye sankuntabuo na kire Ghana for ye Oroku Jeto Ablakwa. Maybe because he was doing that in opposition. Anyway. And he needed to justify it by also exposing the rots where
maybe he was chairman of Ora.
Okay, maybe because of that he has some expertise.
First hand information.
But, I mean, it should have been part of the orientation process to get the citizens to know, say, Namo Tiabontino, Namo say, and you must say, Atosini, Chrono say Yakoso, Mobile Bemun, sign. Communication wise, it's good to let the people know.
Let the people know.
And until one said, I say, my starting Ghana must know.
Yeah.
It's part of my series. I mean, media to me also. Say, me ya boa buying a cake. Me capre.
Who your mind, papa?
Your mind, papa.
Who your mind, papa? Who your mind,
amen.
That
series. Ghana was. Oh, now
program now to
the substantives. To the substantives. Nipa ya kwabna di omumfonyi to kasamfonyi su ya amansan hu omu me sha ase afiri de ne nam ho apaso sesi a owura Kofi Dwuma o se si na Kofi Dwuma de onye obi a sebio ye ne kon na krana de se omu ba aban mu ba kono kufo de ne de ne ye na emre bi em se senior koya ade bi ma o mampani kufo etu ne sen kakra okm wo be kaya
yeah
sabre no na at studio ana ezi Kofi aye ade bi na ese eja ya no freba studio Kumasi for timi mam Guinness no mo ansa no mo se me ye adwuma na eno ma o ma bufu se Kofi pa na kasa fin wa ka santimem na kasa sa eno yi no de mama part by enti no I think say Kofi were a certain exuberance bi a wanyini but adwene no aye mofra adwene I was say ofatimi hu sesese no wunyini no was say penny to sa me konkwala diem ka we no nkia betina hi na nka oba kwabna na yebeka na asem oti ase enye wo papa panimu a wo no sabio wo ba obra Kofi should not be the person chasing after cars
o de kai de
Kofi abi na Kofi Dwuma de anya bia kra po no sebi wo de enka wo de wo kra wo ni hwe kra no enye wo ba ko bia wo de danda wo
Kosu kire wase
enti no ma dwe ye me se
ka kosu kire wase kra
ai wase so ho ske isu ma wi bia kama now asiwa ma okra anka de fa betu bedwem wo so de wa no de enche na atifri na sese ya wakofa ka ya sanwi and there are criminal elements to sadie na wo ye no and I think say maybe the government can forgive
I think there are other issues
related to
that has to do with
40,000 and say maybe I no so be ko play bargaining na buy the action say eja aban de free government you know bia omo de be cheche saa na ne nyina no abawie oti ase but I was so be ehu say morally no wrong and legally so aside wrong say wo ba be so mo man I say de na omo kan wa bonten no nye no no mbe ye se ne de bia ne kan immediately ye be ma wo to me bi ana say bia di bia bi se fa koye oman adwuma no wo se wo de hye wa adwemu se osom na wo kosom oti ase enti no matini video bi na nka mi kura ka o se ke de bi koko board na ase we no kura no gi koko yi no eye mambisa
atufo bo
lese na chese enko se fata bibi ke se chen sa
thank you
enti na bibi ya nka ono se nka onya chen de onya yi no enu mpo na ode ye ntase fefa kasi na ne chese ke de ne ko ba bi a sika kese we dia nka by now no keska nka enwuna fa ne sase nke yentimi kura hwehwe ene ehu enti no me de I will name him and shame him say ye ofa Kofi Dwuma wa anya de wa guni ho animu ase agu abusu animu ase ama sese ye nyina ye na ma ne efere en free na ne nansa me sim trust be ya course
be hwe as comments
ai wo fa
obi mo de mo fa do mo de
obi anye
sesi ado ma fa bi
ana se fragadam no eja obi wo fa wo fa signature part you say wa sign wagadre wo fa sign wagadre as the signature enti no ade no me say ye no aso ne boa enti enti me sua wo fa no enti no ne ye one kwabra Kwabena Dubois. Oh, say, Edu baby, I am person with Busa me say. For what shall it profit a man when he gains the whole world and loses his soul? This is supposed to be Obia who preach it. I was sorry them, meboa. Now, Kwabena say, Obia ode Obremun sem tu ni padom fono. Say nebra nya. Eya na medi ya was anyo mani bi ho. Because Kwabena
Bobby secretary.
Say oh ja sorry and say Bobby secretary ni you are able to tell say at least you must, if not anything, follow the tracks of your father or your parents. Obia woni medubu ahi bia no sabi o yebetimi aka enioma ba ko mienu a Professor Dubu ahi eye ni sinto Kwabena chrono die e ka betimi asai opportunity ewom se wo sam nioma bia utimi se gikakeka bi wo ne bremu nanso chrono pa se yese ye ka se Dubu ahi akobo chrono no ne papa no eya na emu orem kakra se ebetimi abasa even though mintimi sign it entirely you say enchena amount for obi file the ababedum enti no se wo hwe se yese Dubu ahi ba ko chance Dubu ahi okowie sika ene no ho sensem ye be hwehwe ye be hwehwem. That's what I hear.
No, this is a Dubu ahi guy of the area.
That's what they tell me.
I know his mother.
Which one?
National Security Dubai. I know his mother.
Okay, so it's a different breed.
Yeah,
from.
Okay. Dubai we free. I am so from my area.
Oh, sir.
No, man, no NCA. No, mommy, I don't want to see. So, mommy,
because Kwabena, I have always been thinking about it.
No. So, mommy, and mom, fan was an IT person. And Sana to true honor. I say, I mean, let me pay the dead some tribute. Yeah.
Say, I mean, because I've been bothered about it. Say, Papa na moon dear, and it's good. Say. Only related to him. Now, but the other one is that so?
Dubai there or a link to MVP Dubai.
Okay. Yeah. So I was bothered because where Dubai, but Papa is so
where national security guy in Dubai no. Edu
hyphen Buahi. Okay. But is that the other one to not same?
No,
okay,
it's
okay,
not
but we'll check it. So Kwabena, and only a one. Now, we are no free war. The investigative bodies, no, Ajuma or Mobon, Kwabena, they are up to the task. Oh, like they say, the wheels of justice grinds slowly.
Yeah.
So is it. And idea to me, I hear speedily. Sometimes it brings about injustice, because ebi and semno, ebi oha, you need to further dig to ascertain the veracity or otherwise of it. Now, while she na o de mampamrika yate say the me better na make ya will correct me. All along, I had that impression. Say a family in a unit. Omo ebo krono ahye omo papa ani wo. What you say? But I feel say we chim. And you know, sometimes we need to dig deeper than we have seen. And you know, so far no, I will give them about 60%. And nipa metimi aka se me bona baso sese pa wo ye adwuma no e ye owura remu acha. And diligently so, I think because of his background with investigative journalism, no, Abuanama, he is able to connect the dots easily. Oh, who say adwuma bi wo ha, obi wo ha wo share den ye bi da. What I say? Enti no say o de ni ko gina ekono se onko ekono a you are able to tell say oh nipa no ebia wodin but oni ahonkeka ye de yes adwuma no but largely no oma ye adwuma the only thing to a emma madwe ye me say emwa wa ban we mu no enye ne fault enye aban ne fault kwara kan say na first na me ka word be scandal fatigue. The crimes are many than the expert can dig. The crimes are so many because people back go find the need see what now we hearing same one. But you can use more than 2-3 months doing one investigation. And then confirm almost said that year, my dream say, "Omba ye bonnet your mummy." It no bonnet no medino. It will take more than 2 decades to unravel all. Even with the speed. Now, to say right, you need the legal gurus, no, the brains that are working, no, because we ora you need ora same side. Their expertise in the law and small. And you know, almost some person, I hit rock. Now, a fair bear to say, ya any crano, ya twadiana boy and him. Say, assemble where we namodiaba. What you are saying, you know, they are even making sure, say, they do prior adjudications out of court before they go to court. Say, assemble where chances are that the judge may ask ABC, so why don't we find ABC or solutions to ABC before we get there, so that in case the judge even asks, it will not be a criminal prosecution. It's not a civil prosecution. Criminal prosecution, so you have a jury all the time listening to your claims and your assertions and all that. And you know, me the imagine me say, yeah, the enke kayan kwa enka ya swanko fo bebre do ma kogun sawem. Sana me ka me kwa kame enka me e ka me kwa ka jo mama ban kwa onye ni soja ban na enka ne peja wa tribunal ade achi ya di wasem konsawem enfie wo ha obeba na osinyina tutu na obedi hoho sana ke but ya choose democracy over I mean buga enti no dia ba no enti yenya ne nkakra akra sa just that they should add some form of seriousness a broad yomu ye a bit the omo ye menka so omo serious they are serious but they should add some form of ahonkekano agency. I think the word is agency na Ghana for the way omadwuma na ekono e wano
all right, thank you. Kabori, so we have been discussing all these issues about you be dealing with homomafa yesikane. However, one issue on the street, and MC I wanna unially so the baby. People feel like and you make us slow. I don't know question. There are other places they want the government to look at. He's not looking at it. Meaning, what a team community, you are a communicator for the party.
I mean, that's bim na initiative. In fact, takra na ba munti antima initiative. Abo fa takra di enti na abo so. O fa je we kwa de ba fufro. In fact, at some point, yeah, na ye kura no a sebi. It is an no na. Sometimes we are tempted to have that feeling. Say as a niema ya slow, niema ya catch, niema ya check. But I believe say the dampeni can say obache wa dwaya na ho sisi. Ohwe said ye akufu ado ne go fro damene ne ngrofo begu ho animu asemfie nwotwe. Wasting amount for time. Ya me bra peni me papa laji say do agungo ne omo mo keka ho. Fie nwotwe back and forth sa. Anya danse bi amfa mo bi na wiwi ase no ko ye dimguase no beye sebia nimguase mu odro because the number of list to work no the first food no be full na wotina ho na se kase idu ya ruti asumpre no a na je so bi aje tun se akwayi o mo number so ho nti am say enu bi na abo attorney general ni team no say before kwasi edu be gina mbere na ni ye 100% sure say I don't know the far from kura no mbere no tia na becho because I dance here 1 2 3 to say boni we wedi and in minya lawyer ni sidi atono na lawyer for I didn't say court to ko nyina na far bank ese ni dance here ukura anyhow obesi fa present wa dance here no nti say we take bosume kakra na ya hyehyɛ adanse ni yie na ye nkɔkyɛ wɔ court wa you say it's better than say be di kan wɔ court na fa adanse ebra na ve ye baba ye go for damage ni we fix match ne kokase o yare kokase wo tu kwan kokase o yira wo kokase o yire nyam na fe ye tutu court da hye za na mwa I like the aspect of the arrest and all of that because when you say uhwimpa se obi ankoyi na ba we omo koto aba because of ora no omo aba no do so say nyina dey.
Oh yes.
And they are expecting more.
Yes.
But what does it?
I strongly believe the 57%, about 30% will be those who voted mainly.
Ora ambassadors in the they are expecting more from us. So I believe the Jawan dia so me boy share ne me kind of boy unkranche semwa me dey ma all the oral ambassadors and say they more for list of can the wheels of justice wind but slowly. But they should be rest assured. Said you will be a Fabia Nano Aquaya, yes, we ambassador, former ambassador to Nigeria, the aid. Kabana, why no, Akoto, Ghana embassy, yes, and Nani. Yatino.
Then America also.
Ghana
embassy in America.
On the creating website, that's a national website. Visa na service na call no ho perpetrating this crime for about 6 years.
Message Jankoma was using creative arts a website and everything and run a private business.
Offer just some good to nano say ni bi blogger bi share offer na puno say na say ento ga do say nya some good to me ne ro no acha na egbo aduma say abode cha de say nyina wona ho ambassador of Ora for Mope, Yachin Kakra, Yaditin Kakanti, Abunya invitation. Invitation, I also. A group of was a Mokasa group, they don't need invitation. We asked that I know I had done what national ship are done, walk away, no invited one bad way, Jinaso de Asikio, Areza, you know, what was in the Bakubi. Now, tension, I never got you over. Sir, I petition for you and you. Naka, why not go to a petition boka? Why not to a petition boka? Gruma. I petition one year who advert, but to be any baby a walk. To have a coffee, to go to a petition boka. I say, a do fear that you bra. And yet, or no, give her competition when you are cotuencia. Now was an order chief accountant. Say, I am Brassanian Brassa, I become home. Some petition in your rear no qua. Those who Akadia, I didn't want you to come over. And I bought by if you watch. Who was as a Sakazuko? What's here, Mampenny? Where they will do more. And more. I'm a penda that winning fans. And anyway, and was here, Casa will be bidding in a Sena Casina, a butai. Oh, and immediate, Mr. Shu said. One more on more sides with it. It's a legitimate expectation. But by America. In fact, so what study this government and it's about your survivor. Who studied the first 3 appointments that you see clearly Ura Mahama was more interested in our survivor first. Between the international judgment debt to Krani, the Attorney General is working more towards that. Kania PPPs bini idea since I am going to tell me idea between you however Attorney General and much di hun komo amano ne idea fie ni idea nyina na yes I fie die kakra kakra so dey so minim say enche owura wontumi no nyina de no owura koto enche who say ministry say me ya so e honum go for about $3 million and over some go to drones drone ataba ba go grant na ho and part of ongoing investigation Because people must answer questions to that. Omo liable to offense, and I was saying, you do omo family so it must serve as deterrent. Lessons must be learnt. And nothing that make us say, "Yeah, come up with a come dampai." We do have question of our list of say, FBP 3 more days NDC. Enti wono atese mo kro betimi dia se wa brabo.
Oh yeah, yes.
Enti ya nya opportunity ne no. Ye live ya brabo sebe basel dem dikin. French wasem Frenchin de ya odia na ya odia. Ko gina kwantin fi twa mi emedi dwa bi anim. Si abisuma si dwa bi bi anim. De yo man de anoma no tonko so nyo man ne dia. Because sabe in all this at the end of the day offer 6 feet.
We jaw.
Bibia we nyina 6 feet. And then udru Kumasi ne edwura no potemu a ene VIP station 90. One was casino. 90 woko. So
your friend is Alabama Musa. Bibi.
Wo nyina akọ.
Bibi Alabama Musa. Poku transport. Nara power.
Wa inti wo no fo za o de obache wana. Enti jade sabe yese enti da benize tuku a asumdi o na yese abankwan a sutro da ho. Na wo beku awie na wo mane wo nchirimba na ebe di fere ebe di yawo. Ene minim so ochina akufu ado ba bia ni wo wani munyam.
Oh,
me meto bani kura me mfra wase. Niema papa be ye okurum hanti. So ada say but e bi asamere ma bi oche bi a what I say asamere ma bi oche bi a ni mo nyema kura no ye bodwa woni ho a na sinto abam. So it's not really about how much you amass. Sika de ye say sika e bodja enti bodja no sakwata obeduma wudie but ye pesika ne ye boye ni ho ban na the larger because it's a privileged position.
No, but the point is, how can you just steal like let's say $10 million? Yeah, etimi eyi kwai ebi etimi yi bontefu kopem akopra yeah, so this can ye now free bontefu krom ho now oh ko na wo drive you so you feel so good.
Yes,
say oh my baby aja.
No far.
Then you steal the money and you drive on that bad road and you are happy.
What funny ni first eti grasi go school a obi anu adua na uduru akura na se na udua na amanfo ti ase to da me ne ade. See how proud you feel. Yeah, you feel grasi no. See how me dua na utri wo na no hu di nkomo ya keke.
Yes.
It is why you puntu obi how MP4 ministers for ya mukom now muntim puntu obi aduro ni ebo mudi amofele say
enya fine
ora ma na ma wajine fancy masa ba wa sabani o nya sanketo a what I say tell mu ne 160 years ni ade nyina no enya sika okowia enti ne ye kan sa eye nwuma pa na nwuma pa no na bedi na nim ayesa kania ba bi obefa bia na hire. And people should learn. The position is different from possession. Senior, you might have. It's a privileged position. 33 million Ghanaians. Yes, why do you think it was one? Make about it in your house and come to people. And it's the 100 year man from now will say, who put all of us in danger just for your parochial interest. Chip compound, we seek out D&D and see chip compound to be. Maame no anka say what you didn't yin no awo aka no travel 2 kilometers no you did not travel 4 kilometers what fam ahwere ne nkwa ma ne ba na wu moja wo nsa. People don't account all of this. And beyond the wara for ne redmo acha ne Dominica you know de ba ye wa ha no amen bom say prr atemuda and also winning the of Gabriel no de ba ye o
on the onya
enti akatua ne mienu wa wo doje ha dia ho de odum no de Mama, you living with a sense of that fellow feeling. So I didn't want me no. A bit it's a potential tool. A bit saying will be I didn't know me we are no.
Yet then we bet you baby.
Ofa here. Me a
yet then.
Ofa ye cry say. Yeah, jahe. Tin you. Ye cry say ya nyahe. Ofa. Set me no opposition cry near by. I now can say, oh, more fuzzy, sir. It's here 12 baby and I mean, when I have power. I now can say, oh, more fuzzy. One more yahe campaign one the Musa car and this one or campaign a good gra ukonya accident. Say will be tea will show we so.
I see.
You're 12 baby now to pick up mono. Basically, some fast war.
No. Mango, we are.
Mario!
And you ain't going to some was maybe a beer government, Master 16.
Can no nanka, Ode, Basically, Nako, a Jaquan Kuma Kura, Quincy, and now the don't hear me. And they more to Abba. Wait a minute, don't hear fat, I could do that. What's happened to Bako again? Make Cannon number bank, I just am constant like good to take it to Alaba. Na nese mi ameti manya ka ne bi dia ba mi prepare ho ko wia dia nya me dia akoye den.
What the hell?
We must appreciate where we are coming from. It is in a to dia dia I was some crofo bi ko machi.
Train.
Yes.
Any aeroplane wana ko mrika pa.
Aeroplane sound no na mwiem.
Train near aeroplane. Why na ye adwuma boka.
Hey.
Ghana ha. Train eye adwuma o Ghana ha wa mokada. And so there be a Ghana Airways aboka.
Kopim say be guye.
Ene guye.
So be a US
can. Timrika no hon tentem no. Me pente me de kade na. Chrono me pente me drum.
It's sad. Ofa. Me hwe be nyonko no ma yeso no nyina na e ahomaso honhom. And me de menya said the Bible mu ho ba be mu kan no. Obi an ko back. Atade no ana wo de ko yes ko back masa people teacher no ye DC woni bie ba na da kwawe so da veranda so bambara boy and now ye CEO go back pick sa atade no ana show no if you like frame it in your office ten bia krono ahomaso about 10 back and look at it. Senior, ya no de sabe ya so ti anwemu a unsura ahwiase ba bi ati ya ne ete say ya ne be kan ye mfa bibi amfram ube ebi ba ya obi de ope papa ye na be ne de be ne sa aka ye na ni be so de bone adidi ni tinu oba fa no say etan no now when the day of reckoning comes out amele duru wa anu ba ti say NDC for ya change this asumasi me means ho
remember
Nyen ye to abawi e wuntumi grofo ya ohene ba ne information center hodo was it brother mama bai what you be are you to be like say ebi before bra where obi azu ade je ni a boss.
Thank you.
Ade je the boss enti mumi nyai ni ye chire mai ye chire busua ye chire mai ye